cold beer.
I got conflicting cables going on here.
Should put me on the track, bro.
Should have put these headphones behind me is what you should have did.
Figure it out.
Outtakes. Figure it out.
I ain't gonna be able to. There, we'll do that.
Wow.
Oh, now my man stopped.
We look good, huh?
Oh, it sounds amazing.
Doesn't it?
All right, so
I kind of like it with the mower and the back like that.
I'm sure he'll be back. These lawns are
Yeah,
like
he will.
a football field. Fuck yeah.
You are now tuning in to the Relentless Project. Real people, real stories, real life.
I appreciate you for jumping on the Relentless Project.
Yeah, dude, yeah.
This is the one with Jack Wilder.
Thanks, bro.
Jack Wilder.
I never thought I'd get to ask, but
Are you, bro? How? All right, we're gonna get raw. I've asked this dude for a long time. When I first launched this thing, and he's like, "Yeah, bro, for sure." Now he's got a little song coming out. Yeah, I said it. Little song coming out. We'll talk about that a little later,
I'm excited.
dude. I've been hearing this song for like it feels like a year.
It's like why we're doing this whole thing right now.
No, you're doing it because you love the Relentless Project.
Yeah,
So,
shameless plug.
Yeah, shameless plug. First off, Jack Wilder. How'd that moniker come to be?
You mean like the name? The persona?
That's what. Well, it's not a persona. It's who you are. But Wilder. Why Wilder?
I honestly have no idea. I like the name. And when I was younger, my friends always used to call me Wild. And so I thought of that. And then I was like, this sounds cool. I put ER on the end of it. It's like, this feels right.
I get called Wild all the time. I should go by
That's what
Ish
we went
Wilder.
with. Yeah, you should.
The Wilder brothers.
It might do something for you.
Yeah. Nah,
Yeah.
might good or bad. We'll see.
There's only one way to find out. You know?
So, you're a music man. How do you get this deep into music? Because people, I dabbled in music, and it's just like it never stuck. It is what it is. Don't go digging up any of my stuff. But how did you like? What?
How do we not now though?
You'll never find it, and you'll never. You're not gonna say off limits the name. But how'd you get into music? What got you into sticking with this? Like, what is it about music that?
Man, I mean, so like me, a lot of people know this already, but like a lot of people don't too. Like I came from church, so I've been doing church music for like the better half of my life, and so that came with a lot of playing with all types of people and like producing all types of music. So it was like one day you're on pop music, the next day you're on hardcore, the next day you're, dabbling in country music, but I was born down south too. So country is kind of like where it all started. And then I got older and we moved on and we moved around the country a few times. And then it just kind of, I went through the whole hip hop phase and hated it, but loved it too. And that's where I got a lot of my rhythm from. And then, about to hit my 30s and I'm just like, coming back to my roots a little bit.
Your lawnmower's back.
Yep.
What about country is it? Because everyone's jumping into the country music. You got Post now with his hit. You got, Beyonce?
I'm telling you, I think it's because it's just like when you grow up, like when people mature, that's like the genre that a lot of people land on because there's so much wisdom in it. You know what I mean? Like, I can't listen to, I want to be careful with what I say here. I can't listen to
make or break your country career.
I'm not going to come out there like one genre, but I can't listen to a lot of genres and get a lot of the wisdom that I can out of a country song. You know what I mean?
What do they say? They say if you listen to country backwards, you get your wife back, your truck is fixed, and your dog is home.
You get it all back. That's what I'm saying.
Shout out to Greg, bro.
Yeah.
Shout out to Greg. He was on an episode here.
He's
previously.
right there. You can't see him. You can't see him, but what a guy, huh?
Put him on blast.
What a guy. He's got his it looked like a Butterfinger shirt, but now I'm seeing it and I probably can't say it.
Trigger finger.
Yeah. What's the top part usually say?
Itchy.
No, I mean, what's it on the Butterfinger though?
Gun size for fun size.
Okay.
So wisdom and country.
Yeah. Yeah,
you said
but
you
there's
started
some
in church
truth to
music.
that, though. You know what I mean?
Oh, there is like a lot. Have you ever heard of a foul country? Well, there is. There's a specific genre, but usually it's a lot about people's life and their upbringing.
It's just very, very, real, but, keeping it classy, too.
Yeah, I like it. So you started in church music.
Mm-hmm.
How hard is that?
Church music?
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on if you go to a black church or a white church. I'm just being real.
No, I'm kidding.
Well, when you go to a white church, chords are very, they're very easy.
Then you got the banjo on stage.
Yeah, exactly. But you go to black church, you get the ministry moment going, and your boy Tyree's back there on the keys, and he's playing behind the pastor, and it's over with.
So I want to know, you've obviously done shows and on stage and
Mm-hmm.
stuff. Like, walk us through what that's like. How do you prepare for first before show? Because you get up there and it's not like straightforward. You guys are like improvising and adapting on stage as like the performance is going on.
Yeah, I mean every venue's different. You know what I mean? There's like a formula to it, but when you show up to a venue, you almost like never know what you're gonna get when it comes to like sound engineers or equipment or what the freaking room looks like. You know
Who
what
runs
I mean?
the stage normally on a
What do you
show?
mean?
Like there's a guy talking into the mic telling you guys.
Oh, that's the music director.
Okay,
Yeah.
so is that like a specific person's job, or is it
Yeah,
based on every
usually.
band? Or?
Usually, I mean, usually it's my brother Brennan who plays bass with me. A lot of the time, he's the music director for the group. It's phenomenal.
And what about for like let's say church?
Mm-hmm.
Is it the keys? Is it because
It's whoever's job it is. It could be whoever. I mean,
how do you pick it though, dude? You're playing an instrument.
well, there's just some people that know music theory better than others. You know what I mean? And there's just some people that just have way better feeling. Like music directing as a whole is just a whole lot of feeling. Like you got to have a lot of knowledge too, but it's mostly just like being able to feel out a song, where it is right now and where it's about to go. That's the main thing.
I could never understand music, bro. Like when I would make music, it was like off sound on a computer, but everything behind it, it's like you're on stage, you're playing an instrument, so that requires skill, talent.
Yeah.
You're singing while you're playing, and now you're thinking ahead of like the energy of the room, where you want to go. Do you build it up? Do you phase it out? Do you go to the next song? Like you're doing all this as you're performing. How did you?
fun.
Is that something you had to train or?
Yeah, it's like anything else. You got to train for it. You want to be a good fighter, you got to train for it. You want to be, you want to lift weights, you want to be strong, you got to train for it. It's the same thing. If you don't practice,
I just black out, bro.
yeah, nah.
Black out,
bro,
black
If
out,
you
do
don't,
damage.
if you don't practice your craft at anything, you're gonna suck at it. Like you're gonna fall on your face. That's just the thing. Like I can't, do what I do and then go out on and open for a national act and look good and sound good if I don't work on my craft with the door closed by myself. You know what I mean?
Speaking of opening, how'd you land that Lakeview?
Oh
at
man,
Jericho's, bro. That was wild. That was a wild show.
It was wild. It was super out of the blue. I mean, it was crazy because a few years ago we went down to CMA Fest in Nashville. I went with a bunch of friends, and I had known those guys. Like I just found them randomly on Spotify. They came up on my algorithm, and I was listening. I was like, "What is this?" Like
They're hard
heavy,
as fuck, bro.
yeah, like heavy country. Fusion music. I was like, "This is weird, but it's awesome." And so then I had to like dive in, and then figured out they were from Pittsburgh, and I was like, "No freaking way!" So then we go down to CMA's. And I see these dudes walking down the street, like just like normal,
That's them,
regular
yeah.
people. Yeah. And I just yelled. I was like, "Pittsburgh kids." And they both turned around. They were like, "What?" And that's the first time I met Lakeview. And I was like, holy crap, these dudes are the most normal, like
Not normal people.
just badass, like regular nice dudes. Like it blew my mind. Because usually like, you don't get that in the hip hop scene really. Like everyone's just trying to step on each other, and they're just, I don't know, no one's helping each other.
That's a lot of. I feel like that's a lot of the music industry, unfortunately. Like, and I
Let me rephrase. People don't not help each other, but the vast majority is just like competition. Is what I found personally. I'm just speaking of like, my personal experience in when I was in the hip hop scene. I don't know. Nobody really wanted to help anybody.
It's like I feel like that's the creative world, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You see it with podcasting, or you see it with graphic design or photography. It's like everyone's trying to tear down the other dude to sell themselves, and it's like, bro, there's so much to go around. Like how many songs can you listen to in a day? Unlimited amount.
Yeah.
Like why can't you listen to everybody?
I don't
You know
know,
what I mean?
man. Like I always say, like I love collaborating over competition, because it all, like, the more you work with different people, like the more you're going to produce just really creative stuff. You know what I mean? And everybody's just trying to like get to the top, and they're all just climbing this ladder, and it's like, dang, like even with like Post and Morgan Wallen doing their thing now together, it was like, that Jones smacks.
Dude,
like
I hear it
absolutely
played
smacks.
Everywhere, all over the radio, everyone's Instagram stories.
Yep.
It's Post.
It don't matter who you are. Like everybody's playing it, and I'm just like, see, this is why collaborating works better than competing with everybody.
A rising tide raises all boats.
Exactly.
Like you
Look
shouldn't
at
be
that.
trying to.
Oh, you preaching now?
Bro, hey, this is the Relentless Project, bro. We're here to inspire, to
Yeah.
motivate.
Yeah, I like that.
So,
Here, you talk. I'm gonna get another beer. Keep going.
man, the last time someone did this to me, I talked in circles. But
No. It's right here. It's right here.
But
I got it.
it's an interesting field to get in, because you can be hot overnight. Damn, he just deep turned. That's going on. Deep turning the damn Miller, bro.
Don't say that. No.
But it's like
My wife's gonna watch this.
I forgot what. See, I already lost my train of thought. What was I talking about?
Better get back on the tracks.
Bro. Nah, people like the rawness.
Let's take a 6-pack now.
No, you're gonna get me canceled for copyright. don't be doing that
I'll
shit
sue
to
you.
me.
Yeah, I'll sue you.
Don't be doing it. But he was on.
I listen.
But how do you okay, music. You also work for Project One, which we spoke about Greg here earlier. He bounced, but I'm wearing the Project One shirt.
Mm-hmm.
You work for them. You do a lot of creative stuff on the side. You
Yep.
do music. Like
Yep.
how do you manage it all?
I don't
That's
at all.
fucking real. Okay.
It's really just like, I mean, creative work in general, doing this podcast now. It's just like you got to manage it, work life, family life, freaking like it's
He's like, let's film the pod. I'm like, cool. He's like, hey, let's do it Tuesday. I'm like, cool.
I said I'm free, so you might as well.
Come Monday, I'm like, I don't think I could do Tuesday. Let's do today. He's
Yeah.
like, let's do today.
Let's do today.
Here
You
we
got
are.
it. You got to take it as you can get it, my guy.
But that's the most beautiful things in life happen like that. And people always knock me because, like, when you go out or when you go meet with people or something, like, oh, what do you guys got planned? I don't know.
Yep.
We're about to chill.
Yep. Because the best things happen when it's not planned.
Bro, I was just in New York City. I was at a training
You're hanging out the roof.
with the Jeep. Yeah, that was before I did this to my knee. So
Yep.
my boss is at work listening to this. I was healthy then.
Yep.
But one thing I respect about my boy there, Nico, is like we just the sails go up and the wind takes us wherever.
Yep.
But that's how, like, a lot of the places I've gone to in life have been like that. It's like, where are you going? I don't know. This is the overall goal and mission, but I'm taking it by day, and wherever it ends up, it ends up. And now I'm here sitting by a pool with a yard that's 2 football fields behind me.
Yep.
With
Really
jets.
want to jump in that.
We may.
Because it's hot. Y'all can't really
Dude,
tell, but
they can tell. They can see me sweating, bro.
it's 90 degrees outside. It is
So,
warm.
how was it? We're gonna get back to the church stuff because I feel like
Ooh.
a lot of your learning came from there.
Yeah, it did. That's roots.
You dove into music there. You were producing music. You were directing. You were creating a lot of the
I was worship leading.
symphonies, worship
Yeah.
leading. Like that's a lot of experience on a stage. How did you even end up making music for church? Like I know you go to church, you're a believer and stuff, but how does
Yeah.
one just like now you're getting record labels for this church? That's crazy.
Oh man.
I mean, we don't got to dive all that in, but you know what I'm saying. Like, how does one get into that position of being picked and then just running with the thing?
I don't know really how one gets to that position, to be honest.
How'd you get to this position?
It fell on me, to be honest. It was just, nobody could do it. So it was like, here, you do it. 'Cause you can do it.
And were you like
okay,
experienced at that time? Or was
yeah,
that like,
I
I'm
was
gonna figure it
already
out?
I was already writing and producing for many, many years before that even like became a thing. I mean,
Who you? Should I mention this group?
I mean, don't name names. Just
I'll just leave it at this.
yeah.
He knows what I'm talking about. I still play that music.
So crazy.
He's like, damn, dude.
I just wish
Why'd
you'd
I
let
jump
it.
on
I
this,
just
bro?
wish you'd let it die. You know what I mean? It had its time, and
Nothing dies with me.
I know
Everything
I know.
lives.
I don't know why.
Because, bro, when something's good, and I have this conversation with a lot of people, I tend to believe in people more than they believe in themselves. And
You do.
And it's like, it's frustrating because I can see potential, and then some people will just be like, nah, bro, like
You're Mr. Drop the demo, even though it's not done.
it's done. Bro,
It ain't done.
It's
It's
done.
never done.
so I just learned this recently. I learned this recently talking to other creators, and they're like, we're so hard on our own stuff because we have a vision, and then as we're creating this vision, we get a new vision, and that's where we want to be, and we're trying to take it there. And so you'll show it to your friends or whatever, and your friends, one, there's this mutual respect, but two, your friends are like, damn, that's good, because they're not in that realm, you know?
Yeah.
And that's my problem. This dude's always, hey, I'm working on this, and it's a fucking bop. And then I'm like, dude, you got to release it. And then I never hear it again.
It's the same, but it's the same thing with, cinematographers and sound engineers and videographers, songwriters. Like, you're in the middle of something, you catch a wave for something else, and then you can't wait to get to the next wave. Like, it's so hard to finish a product. Like, it's so hard. But when you do, it's like, yeah, we did it.
When's the next song coming up?
What do you mean? Like,
I want an album. Actually, when's the album? I want an
I
album.
don't know. See,
See,
here's
I don't
my
know.
thing.
Who's in control? Who releases your albums for you?
I do it all.
Oh, okay.
Here's
Who
the
produces
thing.
your music?
I don't know. See, I don't know if I actually want to do any more like albums.
What's the craze? EPs now and stuff?
I mean, EPs and singles, pretty much.
So what determines a release? What determines a song for release? You know what I hate? Songs done. They're posting it on Instagram and social media, and they're
And
like,
it never comes
out in 3 weeks.
I know.
Like, why do you guys do that?
I couldn't tell you. It's a giant question mark for
I
me,
literally
too.
got the guy in my seat, and you
I'm
can't
in the
tell
chair.
me.
Listen,
I'm about to get
so
all the
like as
secrets
far as
exposing.
releases go, here's what I've learned. Here's what I've learned. Releases. Can I take you there?
Take it.
So with releases, sometimes it's like I really want to put this out, but then I keep listening to it in the car or in my headphones or at the gym or whatever else. Because like when I finish a product or air quotes finish a product, I take it everywhere and I listen to it in multiple sets of speakers and headphones and this that because like I want it to be great. Like I want greatness to come out of it. But greatness or quote unquote beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. So when I go, there's a bee.
There's a few.
Crap.
Don't move.
Don't sting me. This will ruin the whole. When I go to finish a product, I like to listen to it everywhere. In the car, in my buddy's car, because it sounds different in his car. You know what I mean? But it's really, really tough. Because when I listen to something and then I hear all like sonically, like I'm on this like sonic level. We're hearing all the imperfections instead of all the stuff that everybody else hears. So like when you hear a song, you don't know how the song got made. So you're just like, oh, this is awesome, put it out. But when I hear it, I'm like, oh man, I could have played this guitar part better, or this vocal part's it's just a little bit flat. Like I wanna fix that. Like you hear problems because you get ear fatigue in the studio when you've been hearing something for 6 hours. Like you want to fix, you don't hear the problems. Then you go back and listen to it 100 times. You're like, oh, I hear this, I hear this, I hear that. So it's a lot. You know what I mean?
Do you think the delay of the release, ear fatigue plays in that too? You're listening to it back to back to back to back in the gym, in the studio again, because you want to confirm what you heard in the car. Like, you think ear fatigue plays a role in that?
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, when it comes to a release too, it's just like sometimes I get to the point where it's like, you know what? It's been long enough. Like I've been teasing this way too long. Cause like we put teasers out sometimes before the song's done too. You know what I mean? Like we'll have half a song
you
done.
get excited.
Yeah, exactly. And then we want to like show everybody. It's like, oh, look what I did, and I hope you guys like it. I don't know if you will, but I hope you do. But then it's like you just get sick of it, and it's like, you know what? This has to come out. Somebody's gonna like it. Somebody has to like it. I put a lot of time and effort into it.
How do you handle when someone doesn't like it? Like, because that's something you created.
I don't care.
All right, we're gonna dive deep into.
If you don't like it, I didn't make it for you.
Do you believe that,
Yeah.
or have you always believed that?
No. Nope.
So what?
Here's the thing. I used to let people sway me into making stuff that they told me other people would like.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? Especially people that I thought had influence, like, in the business. But now, now that I'm older, it's like, man, sometimes you just got to make what's you, You just got to put it out. And me, I'm on this wave right now like this. This is what I love. Sitting here with you, having a beer, ripping a chino, and just having ripping some cheddar.
Code for Zen.
Just have there you go. A little Zimbabwe. And just having a real, this is not a Zen ad, by the way.
You owe
we
me
are
$20 in because I mentioned you.
Miller 2, by the way. America's beer, baby.
And some
Shout out
BGs.
Brew Gentleman. It's great beer. I drink it damn near every day.
I like the can. Dude, I'm a
Right?
big branding
It's
guy.
classic. It's classic.
I'm a big branding guy. I'm all about black, flat.
I'm all about simplicity.
Yeah, simplicity. And I think that's a metaphor for life. People like to add a lot of bells and whistles
come on.
and get all crazy.
Praise break.
But I can't, my knee. But
Somebody get the blanket out.
but no, seriously, like you like look at all the top brands. Think of their logo. I'm a logo guy. I design logos. Think of their logos. Usually simple. And then you see how they started and how their logo evolved, and it always gets simpler. Big example. Lamborghini just released their new logo.
Yeah, it's the same colors.
Same
just
exact logo with
lighter.
less detail.
Yep.
It was a huge release.
I don't know if I like it more.
I don't.
Me neither.
I don't personally.
I just didn't want to be the first one to say it.
But look how it's evolved. It's simpler.
Yeah. It's definitely
They took
simpler.
out the depth. They took out
Better.
the contrast.
I don't know.
I don't know. Simpler.
But we'll leave it up to you.
They got more money than me. They're about to fucking sue
Yeah,
me.
they can do whatever
Who
the
cares?
hell they want.
But a lot of these, like Apple, another one. Their logo. It's a bit off Apple.
It's Apple.
An Apple bite.
It's about as...
You know what's crazy about that? You know what a bite is?
No, don't do it.
Yeah.
I already know what you're going to say.
Dude, a bite in tech.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, they're geniuses.
Yep.
It's simple.
I mean, it's like code for a whole bunch of other things,
yeah.
too, but
It's crazy how these
if you want to
companies...
get churchy on them.
I'm all about getting churchy.
No. Not today.
Repent.
Yeah.
But
Definitely do that.
how has your style evolved over the last couple years? You said you were doing worship music. You started poppy. Now you're country. What was the catalyst for that change of your style changing?
Hey, I just grew up, dude. Honestly, I just got older and got like a little more mature, and I just like wanted to get back to what was simple. Again, simplicity.
Country simple.
I mean, it's simple, like just as far as what feels like home to me, you know?
Did you experience any like challenges in transitioning?
Yeah. I mean, it's almost like I had to relearn how to do a whole style, because like, when you do a certain style of music, you want to show some respect, for the genre. I know there's a lot of people out there that are like, oh, genres are genres and you can do whatever you want to do. But I mean, like, a lot of people like paved the way for a lot of guys like me to like come up and do the kind of stuff I'm doing now in every genre. I mean, that goes from freaking hip hop to hardcore to classical to whatever. Like, you want to pay some kind of homage to.
How is the genre determined? Because you see like country, right? Mm-hmm. And then you got someone like Lakeview. Mm-hmm. Are they country? Are they rock? They're rock country. So now we have this genre.
I mean, there's the whole butt rock thing, and like I think they use the term like tailgate country or something like that. Like
Genre.
I like, yeah, like you know, you can just make up your, you know, it's up to you. You make it up. But I really don't know what determines a genre other than like the sound. Like you can pick out little anecdotes of like, hey, that sounds like this or that sounds like that, and I think that's kind of what makes a genre, you know.
So walk us through your writing process.
Oh God.
Because I've known you to sit down for 4 hours and have a song from the instruments to the lyrics to the sound to the mixing, almost done. And I won't say done because you go back and do what you do, but like, how walk us through that process. Like, do you get something, a sound, and then you sit down, or do you sit down and go, this is my time to make something? Like, how does that work?
Yeah, no, I mean, I have like in my phone, I just have like hundreds and hundreds of voice memos. I know a lot of people do this, but like I have just so many voice memos of just like melodies. I'm just like walking around or at work during the day, something pops into my head and I'll just pop my phone out, just like hum a chorus in there, or a verse, or like, oh, this would be good for this. Or I also have titles, like a ton of just titles that I've like written down of just like personal experience, and then I write them down, and then I'll mix the title in with like the melody that I have, and then I'll try to put something together. But me, like, whenever I'm doing songs, I like for them to be as finished as possible. Like, I don't like doing shitty demos. That's just not something I like to do. Because, like, when I show it to somebody, I want it to sound like it's pretty much everything is done other than the polishing. You know what I mean?
Okay. And is that's your usual process?
Yeah. I mean, a song can start any type of way for me. It can start with a rhythm. It can start with a melody. It can start with a title. It can start with a guitar line. Like, it really doesn't matter. Like,
that's the beauty of music, man. When I used to do music,
subjective.
There'd be times where I'm like, I want to make a song today. I didn't have anything. I want to make a song today, and I'd sit down. I just bought my MIDI.
Yep.
My M Audio MIDI. Is it M Audio? I'm dating myself.
The keyboard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'd sit there.
Key Station.
Fruity Loops. Fruit Loops.
Fruity Loops.
I call it Fruity Loops.
Yeah.
And I'd sit there and I'd pick a synth, and I'm like,
Yeah,
okay,
buddy.
Okay. And I'd just go off that.
That's how it works.
And then there'd be other times where, there was this website where you can like lease or buy beats.
Oh, yeah.
I can't even think of it right now.
I forget it too. Yep.
You know, ID Labs, all those.
They were
dudes are on there.
astronomically expensive. It's
Dude, like,
this is wildly expensive.
Yeah, well, I was young and dumb, and money wasn't an issue
Yep.
then, so I would buy exclusive rights.
Oh,
like,
no.
This is mine.
No way.
It'd be like $680 for
It was way more than that.
13 uses or whatever.
Way more.
And I'm like, no, I want exclusive rights. So I'd always
You could buy the lease, the beat lease.
Nah,
it's like, oh, yeah, you
exclusive
can.
rights, bro.
It's like, no way.
And then, and I'd sit there and I'd be like, oh, I like this. I like this sound. I like this. And I'd call my boys, and none of them could write. And I'd write everyone's part, the singer's part, this person's part. And I'm like, this is how I want you to sound. This is how I want you to do it. And they'd just be sitting there like, bro, can we go to the bar?
Yeah, people get bored. You know what I mean?
Like, but this is me. I love this
They
shit.
don't
like,
see the vision. They don't see if they listen. If you got a team behind you that don't see the vision and they get bored in the studio in an hour and they're on their phones, kick them out.
You ever dealt with that?
Yes, and I kick them out.
You just boot them.
Yeah, like, dude, you're not here. You're just here to drink.
How frustrating is to have a vision, have something? Because, like I said, I like to invest in people, when I see things in people and they're just like, whatever. Like, it can be frustrating, man. Like, how do you manage someone who is so close to you? They talk about believing in you, and then when the moment is there, they're just like checked out.
Or when the moment is there for them to actually like help you in some way, and they just don't. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Friends.
Because like they see, yeah, bro. Because they see like, oh, like you're really talented and like you can do all this stuff, but like, and I could help you, and then you ask me for some resource or something like that to actually like go out and do what you're gonna do, and then all of a sudden they don't believe in you anymore. It's like, oh wait, you mean I have to like contribute to you in some way, it's like, oh, never mind. It's so like I'm like, okay, no, that's cool. Like I'm not mad about it. Like that's fine. I was just asking. I mean, if you actually believed in what I can do, I'll take it there. You know what I mean?
Oh, dude, I deal with that all the time. People message me about the podcast, and then
Let me get a sponsorship.
yeah, and I'm like, let me get a sponsorship, bro. Like I put like $8,000 into this
Yep.
out of my own money. You make money. Let me get a sponsorship.
Yep.
And they're like, oh well. I'm like, okay, cool.
I mean, don't and like here, here's my thing with that. Don't tell me you believe in like what I'm doing and this, that, or the other. And when you get to a certain place, like I'll help you out or whatever. But it's like, well, I don't want to get to a certain place before you help me out. It's like if you actually believe in what I'm doing, you come through and help me out right now.
And help looks different in many ways.
And I'm not asking
bro.
for, I'm not. I've done everything myself. I bootstrapped my way to where I'm at now, and I'm still nowhere. But like, let's just be clear. Like, if you're going to believe in somebody, then believe in them.
Yeah, like for example, this is a couple companies I've talked to that I know these dudes personally, and they're just like I'm like, bro, like we can link up, we can trade. Like I'm like if I invest into something, you're not getting like you can't put a dollar amount in what I'll bring to your table, and that's not being cocky or egotistic or anything. But like when I really believe in something, bro, I will fucking go all the way in it.
Yep.
And if you want to be like, oh, $50 worth, okay, I'll give you $50 worth. You like,
sure.
I'm not even talking about money. I'm talking about like, let me think about it, like trading, bro. I don't have money to give you, but I can give you my knowledge in marketing, branding, graphic design, website design. Like you can get all. My man's on his fifth one. No,
I'm listening.
Let me get one.
Listening. What? I think it's my last one.
Fridge is over there. I'll keep the folks busy.
Can we cut? All right.
We don't cut on the Relentless. We don't cut on the Relentless project. Somebody let this man know.
We need a good old country refill.
Is that what it's called? Oh, he's running. Get off my lawn. So while we're here, if anyone's looking to invest or sponsor the podcast, you'll get your money back and more. This is a TRP plug. Oh damn! I said bring money. He brings the kitchen sink, as they say.
Listen. We get Miller, Coors, you want a BG?
I want to keep it simple. Yeah, we'll give BG a plug. We'll see if I ever hear back from them.
All right, we're back.
So it's like,
and we're back.
When you believe in something, you chase it wholeheartedly yourself, right? Mm-hmm. I believe in this podcast. I believe in your music. This is mine. Did you have this in your hand? I stole his beer, bro.
Wait. Oh, yeah. Okay. No, we're going Coors. We're switching it up. All right. There we go.
Coors, you owe me $20. But when you believe in something, I chase, and I tell people like, dude, I'm starting off. They'll understand. Listen to any of his music, you'll understand why he just did that.
Yep.
But
signature sound.
do you record that in the studio yourself, or like, do you get like a
with ice cold beer? That was a real beer crack. Yeah.
That's sick.
Ain't it great?
Dude, it sounds so crisp and clear.
Yeah. But then I did another one in the song that drops on. Actually, I won't say it yet. We'll say it later. But there's another one.
We'll get
in that
there.
one.
But I could just picture you like by the microphone. Nah, we gotta do it again. Get another beer. Do it again. Do you have to,
I think I cracked 5 beers before I got one that I liked.
and do you just save that for
We
every
switched
song?
microphones too, actually. Yeah.
What microphone do you use?
We used a, well, I did it a couple times, actually, in this exact microphone, the SM7B.
Classics.
I didn't like it because, dynamic microphone, I just couldn't get much out of it. So I just switched to a condenser. I think it was like a rebuilt Neumann.
I had the Rode NT1A.
Oh, it's a great mic.
Is that?
Oh, it's fantastic.
I'm trying to remember from forever ago.
I used that mic on my very first EP, on the Nowhere Fast EP.
What software do you use?
Logic Pro.
Logic?
Yeah. I mean, I've used a ton.
I guess what I used to use for recording, not for. I don't know if anyone ever heard of this.
Tell me.
Mixer.
I don't know what the hell that is.
Bro, look that up when you get a chance.
Mixer sounds basic.
It was really basic. So I'd make my beats in Fruit Loops. I'd bounce Fruity Loops. Fruity Loops. I'd bounce them out and I'd record my vocals in Mixer, bro. And it was like, it was cool because you could do VST plugins, you can do all kinds of stuff.
There we go.
There's gonna be so many outtakes.
A little more proportionate in the shot. Doesn't got to be perfect, you know. This is great. These are good clips.
I like the rawness because the people listening to this the whole way through or watching it, they're gonna be like, these fucking dudes.
Yep. Because we're, you know, this is what we are. This is what you get.
You know what a pet peeve of mine is?
Tell me.
People who try to be perfect online, like,
Yeah.
especially with podcasts.
Good one.
Everything's like they have the board set up with their talking points.
It's
and they're-
perfectly chopped.
boom. Yeah, it's like
The
that's
prompter's moving
that's
and
corny
they're reading
to me,
it.
dude. That's corny to me because a podcast is supposed to add an additional element of people. That's why they become so popular. That's why Joe Rogan's podcast is so fucking popular.
Yep.
Because you get Elon Musk, genius,
Yep.
and then you see him smoking weed for the first time. You're like, what?
He's like, oh.
Yeah, like you see, or the recent one where Joe Rogan's like, I think I could put an arrow through your Cybertruck, and he's like, let's go do it. And in mid podcast, they literally go
Let's go.
shoot an arrow
Yep.
to it, and it didn't fucking do anything, which is crazy.
Yep. I think I can run across that pool.
Do it.
Let's go do it.
We're gonna end this with you doing a front flip in the pool.
Let's go do it, huh? Hey, come on.
But I love the rawness of podcasts, and like when I find a podcast of like people who are just being themselves, and you know, I love it. Usually they usually click. Some other people can appreciate that.
Yeah.
How hard is it to do all this music stuff yourself? Because
Oh,
usually you see musicians and they have a writer, and then they have an engineer who's going to make it sound good, and then they have someone who feeds them alcohol, and then you have this person who feeds them positive quotes,
Yeah.
and then you like everyone has a role, and the artist just like absorbs it all.
Yep.
You do it all yourself. Like how different is that? And have you ever had a moment where you were in, a setting where you had those opportunities of
What,
like
just like being catered to?
not being catered to, but like you had someone there to bounce off writing with you. You
Yeah.
had someone like, how different is the process when you have those resources and when you don't?
Oh, it's wildly different.
Which one do you prefer?
Between like having a team and not having a team, basically.
I wouldn't call it a team because a team you build.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, going into a room and someone telling you like, "Hey, this is where we're going with this," like you don't have as much say in something. Because I feel that happens a lot in the music industry.
I mean, it happens a lot with labels. You sign the wrong deal, you're just done. Like, and that's why I don't really ever want to sign a deal.
Do you think music's more becoming like indie now?
Yeah, I think
That's how it started.
I mean, alternative definitely is making a comeback. Like, music's like every 10 years, dude. No one's doing anything new. You know what I mean? Like, it just, you know, when our parents were older and then, you know, rock and roll started coming out, they were like, what is this? Like, that, you know, the boomers hated it, and it's just like, this is dumb. And then, you know, they were on classic rock, and then 80s rock came out, and it was like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. But all the young people liked it. And then, you know, grunge came out when we were young, and, you know, Nirvana and Pearl Jam and all those bands. It was like, this is kind of cool. But our parents were like, this is dumb.
You see that with country. That ain't country.
Yeah.
What do you mean? There's this dude I work with.
Yep.
He was my FTO.
Ask Lakeview. They know. You know?
Yeah, like that ain't country. That's rock.
Yep.
What's
It's not even close.
like? What do you mean this ain't country? Mm-hmm. There's this dude, and he said if it didn't have, what's the little,
A banjo?
if it didn't have the banjo, it wasn't real country. That quote.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like,
That's stupid.
what? Like, what a way to pigeonhole.
Yeah, there's 100 country instruments out there that you've never heard of.
He's like, if it didn't have this, it ain't country.
Yeah, what's a lap steel? Ish.
A what?
What's a lap steel? There you go. What's a steel guitar? What's a
Steel-
mandolin? There you
A
go.
mandolin's a guitar.
I rest my case.
They're all guitars. They're all string instruments.
A lap steel is not a guitar.
What's a lap steel?
It's like a bench. Like you sit, there's foot pedals, you sit at it and you pick it like with a thumb pick. And guys play it, they slide on top of it.
Does it have strings?
Yeah.
And it's a guitar.
It's not a guitar, but
It's
okay.
a tabletop guitar.
We'll accept that.
Yeah.
It's not a guitar, it's just a tabletop instrument.
You ever seen the dudes who play the guitar on their lap and they smack it into?
It's a lap steel.
That's a guitar
It's a steel.
that they play like a lap steel.
It's a stringed instrument.
All string instruments are guitars.
I hate you.
Well, I keep it simple.
It's not
keep
true.
it simple.
It's not true.
We're talking about keeping it simple. Now you're over here. What's a lap steel?
All right. Well, is a sitar a guitar?
A what?
There you go.
Oh, a sit. What? A
Gotcha,
sit.
bitch.
A sit. Gotcha, bitch. A sitar. It's a guitar you sit on.
No. No.
It's a guitar you play while sitting.
Nope.
What is it?
It's a sitar.
Okay. For
Wait,
the
did you
viewer-
just say it's a guitar you sit on? I'm done. I'm signing off.
Oh, there you have it, folks. No.
Oh my gosh. What?
So no. Now I need to know what you're gonna make me Google it. What's a sitar? Describe it.
sitar?
If you had to describe it to someone listening, not watching, what's a sitar?
It's a Middle Eastern stringed instrument.
So it's a guitar. Okay. Walk us
Oh
through.
my gosh.
Walk us through. We're gonna talk about it. It's that time. Your next single.
Oh yeah. I forgot we were going here.
Yeah. Well, we were going there for a while. What's the inspiration behind beer in a boat?
Literally hanging out with my friends. That's it. It's just one of my favorite things to do is just grab a bunch of beers, jump on a boat, and just be on the water for however long with a bunch of people I love.
But where did the inspiration come from? Like, were you sitting down on a boat drinking beer and going, I need a song for this?
I was in Nashville actually a few years ago, and I just got done watching Mitchell Tenpenny play.
Dude,
And I went back.
that dude is fucking
Yep.
phenomenal.
Yep. One day, Mitchell. One day, bro.
Bro, I like how all
One
his
day.
songs are about bottles and
bitches.
heartbreak. Heartbreak.
I don't deal with it no more.
Dude, he has such a unique sound, man. Like,
It's great.
what was the last song I heard of him? I literally play it on repeat, like if someone just crushed my heart and I'm on my way to
Yep.
like meet a tree.
Yep.
But I'm not. I'm happy.
Yep.
I'm like, this is a good song. Mm-hmm. And it's about like the most devastating moment in his life. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh shit.
It's the contrast of like the music meets the actual content of the music. So the sound, the sound of the song itself could be so like major key and happy, but the lyrics are actually soul crushing. And that's what a lot of people miss. It's like this song is so happy, like it feels happy, but if you actually listen to what he's saying, dude's heart is broken.
Dude, you know
crazy.
You know who else is like that? Laney.
Yep.
Did I listen to
Yep.
their music? I'm like, oh, I want to be top down,
Yep.
sun out on the one
Yep.
on the West Coast. And
Yep.
dude's talking about being miserable. And I'm like, oh shit. Well, I should listen to the lyrics before.
Yeah.
And I'm like
Yeah.
singing the song. But
Funny story about Laney, actually. Their singer, Paul Klein. I was coming back from going down to meet some people in Atlanta for some music stuff, and I was on my way home back to Pittsburgh, and I was in the Atlanta airport. I was at the Chick-fil-A. It was like 7:30 a.m. I seen this guy walk in to the Chick-fil-A, and there was nobody in there. Like, Atlanta's always packed, but there was nobody in Chick-fil-A. It was just me. And this dude came in, real fancy Coach bag, like, looked a mess, like he'd been traveling for 24 hours straight. And I was like, that looks a lot like Paul from Laney. And I was like, you know what? I'm never going to get this chance again. I'm going to go up and just see. Went up. Hey, bro. You're not Paul Klein by any chance, are you? Yeah, man. I was like, no freaking way. And it's like, I couldn't help myself. It's like, wow, this is Paul from Laney. I was like, bro, I'm sorry. I don't want to blow your spot up. But do you just want to have some breakfast? He's like, yeah, dude, sit down.
Can
And
I
we
buy you
freaking-
a chicken sandwich?
It was crazy. Like, it was just one of those weird moments that was like, wow, this is cool.
I love people so much that I pray for that opportunity, that I can be that for. Damn, that was like huge. But I pray for the opportunity that like my presence literally makes people happy.
Yep.
Because I enjoy making people happy.
Yep.
And then I see like some of these artists and they're like just miserable and they hate people.
Yeah.
And it's easy to go, man, I could never be like that. Like you're in such a special place. And I think people forget where they started, where they came from, like what they wanted.
Well, that too, but like I also can't assume that I know what kind of place they're in as well. You know what I mean? Like that's why freaking rock stars have been dying for decades, like just fucking overdoses and killing themselves and just shit like that. It's just like, dude, this is so crazy. Like, because to me, like a regular guys over here, like you and I, like you have everything. Like you won, dude. You won. Like, why do you want to die? And it's just like, all I can come up with is like man wasn't meant to be worshipped.
They're not.
And it's so like when you are worshipped by everybody and everyone's in your business all the time, you almost can't handle it.
I tell you, I can never be famous. I can never be famous.
Honestly, like, I don't want to be. And that's the thing with me. Like, I'm just having fun doing music now.
Well, it's the same with this podcast. I'm like, I love talking to people, learning about people's stories. Like, you know, and then the one day I'm in Home Depot and some kid comes up to me. He's like, are you Ish?
Ah,
I'm like,
yeah,
dude,
you made
I'm
it.
like, I ain't make shit. I'm like, what's up? He's like, I'm like, dude, did I arrest this dude? Did I fight this dude at a bar?
No, no.
And he's like, I listen to your podcast. I'm like, oh, bro, I appreciate that. He's like, oh, dude, man, I'm like, oh, thank you so much. And he's just sitting there, and I'm like, I don't know what to do now.
I don't know what to say. Like, it's weird,
dude,
yeah.
He's like, oh, dude. Or like, I was at this training. So I have a blue check mark that I paid for on Instagram.
Yeah.
And this was an experiment I did. I was supposed to do it for a year, and it fucking blew up immediately. And I was like, it's funny how this little thing, this blue check mark that you pay for, will change people's perception of you.
Yep.
So I'm at this training in New Jersey, and I'm with this dude. We're training, like this dude, we're fucking getting after it for 3 days. Come Thursday, we're like, oh, dude, like, the training's going to end. Like, you're never going to fucking see me again. He's like, oh, dude, like, do you have Instagram? I'm like, yeah, I have Instagram. Give him my Instagram. Bro, literally looks up my Instagram, and he does this. And I'm like, what's up? Treated me so different the rest.
Isn't that weird?
I'm like, bro, what's up? He's like, I didn't know I was like rolling with someone who's famous.
In the presence of greatness.
I'm like, I was like, I'm not famous.
Yeah.
He's like, bro, you have a blue check mark.
That damn check mark.
I'm like, I paid for it. I paid for it. You can do
get
it too. I'm like, I have
Meta verified, $16.99 a month.
2,400 followers. I'm not famous. So the premise of this, I was going to do like an experiment and be like, how people treat you different based off perception. And it was funny because my podcast was getting 300-400 views a week, and now it's in the thousands ever since I got a blue check mark that I pay for.
Yep.
And it's like for $16, I just got 600, 700 more views.
Yep.
Why? And I think perception plays a role in everything. You see someone making music. You, for example, my friends at work. I'm like, dude, Devin. He's been on the podcast before. Love that dude.
Pittsburgh's king of violence.
Yeah. Nicest dude you'll
Let's
ever
go,
meet.
bro. Let's
has
go,
knocked
champ.
out everyone he's fought.
Let's go.
Blows my mind.
Whoa, there's a roach.
But ooh, you shouldn't have said that live, Greg. So maybe
Anyway.
cut that. But
anyway, we'll cut that out.
He hears your song, and then he's like, he's on Spotify?
Oh, gosh.
And I'm like, yeah. He's like, dude.
Anyone can do it.
But it's like,
You're on
perception, bro. Yeah, I'm on Spotify. It's perception, bro. Like,
yeah, it is.
perception plays a huge role.
Perception is reality.
And, you know, we see these artists, for example, these musicians, movie actors, directors, like, you see them at their finest moments, and everyone's like, why? We were talking about it earlier. Why do you want to kill yourself? Or why are you depressed? Everyone loves you. It's like, but I don't love me because I don't know who I am now.
Right.
Dude, perception's fucking crazy.
You get to a certain point, you just seek validation from so many people and things that it's just like, you've lost all sense of who you are, you know?
And I think when people start making music, it's like you make it because it's fun. You love the sound.
Yep.
And then they get to a point where you're like, who are you making music for? And I just read Damn it. Excuse me. I just read a post by the band Camino. Did you
I
read
read it too. Yep.
Bro, and they're like
Yep.
we're listening to their music. I'm like, bro, their music's fire. It's hot. It's
great.
It's changed. It's different, but it's cool. And then their post is like basically saying like, bro, this music industry is really like fucking took us off our
We hate
path.
everything right now.
Yeah, and it's like we're gonna go back to doing it our way, and you're just like,
we're all fighting with each other because we're going in different directions, and we realize that it's them, not us. Like it's this beast of an industry. Yeah.
and it's like, wow,
Yep.
here we are thinking you're living a life, you're traveling, you're
Yeah. It looks to me like you guys are getting it. You guys are absolutely crushing it.
and it's crazy. I mean, people deal with that every day.
Mm-hmm.
You see social media. Oh, they were just in Miami. They were just in LA.
Even when you see famous people like snapping on people in public, it's just like, oh, he's an asshole, and you got to be nice to your fans and blah blah blah. And it's like none of you can talk because you don't actually know.
Meanwhile, they're snapping on people on the fucking 79 because
Right.
someone cut them off.
Right.
Like,
Exactly.
but it's like you don't have to be famous to deal with that. We deal with that all the time. Social media.
Yep.
We're not going to post when we're sad, when we're which that's become a thing now. But
You can never assume where somebody is in life.
which is why I always try to treat people with respect.
You have to.
But you don't see that every day.
But because the narrative is respect is earned. You know what I mean? And that's how I grew up. Like even on the freaking playground, like respect is earned. Like
Respect is lost.
Ooh.
That's the way I look at it. Respect is lost.
Now.
I've always
You grown up.
in my young and okay, that's a caveat.
Mm-hmm.
When I was younger, respect was like huge. Someone disrespected you, you had to like,
You going to respect me. Yeah.
yeah. No, you forced it, but like as you get older, you realize respect is lost. You treat everybody with respect until they give you a reason not to, and that has taken me more places than the other mentality of respect is earned.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's a simple concept, like treat the janitor the same way you'll treat the CEO of the company.
Yep. I don't know who that janitor is. You know what I mean? Like, and for me personally, like I got goals. I want to get somewhere. So like, I don't care who you are. I'm gonna walk into the room. I'm gonna smile at you. I'm gonna shake your hand. I'm gonna try and have the best time I can with you. But like, at the end of the day, you never know who somebody is. So I never want to go somewhere and act like I'm way more than I am. Because you can I've done it before. Like when I was younger, you can quite literally screw yourself out of so many opportunities because you're acting like, I'm somebody. It's like,
You ever watch Undercover Boss?
Yes.
Dog, I love those stories, bro.
Yep.
Like
You thought you were somebody.
the boss goes undercover, and he's talking. You see how one person treats him, and it's like the boss is like messing up because obviously they don't know their own shit. Mm-hmm. You got one person who's like picking up after him, helping them, and then you hear their story, and they're like they struggled growing up. Mm-hmm. And then you have another person who's like, oh, I got goals, I got this, and they're shitting on the company, they're shitting on the boss. He doesn't know what to do. He doesn't, and he's talking to the damn boss, bro. And at the end, I know a lot of that is scripted and stuff like that, but there's a lot of merit and truth to that stuff.
Yep.
And at the end, when the boss is sitting there across from them, and you realize who it is, they change up immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't realize it was. I know you didn't.
That's the point.
I know you didn't.
That's the whole point.
But you spoke what you spoke.
Too late now.
Own it.
Too late now, Diddy.
Dude, I remember the one they.
Too late now.
Wait. Well, you brought it up.
Yeah, listen.
How about that video of him fucking chasing? Was it Cassie?
Yeah, she's a national treasure. How dare he hit her,
bro? I saw that
How
video.
dare
and I
he.
want to break these. Like,
I can't talk about it. I can't.
Dude, I like dudes who hit women. And at work, it's hard because I have to treat everyone with respect. But respect is lost, right?
Listen,
motherfucker, you lost my respect immediately.
I'm a Southern gentleman, and oh no.
Let's get back on track before I get pissed off on my own podcast.
Somebody will disappear.
Yeah, Diddy. But,
no, you can't.
Nah, dude. This is
we already said his name.
I don't give a fuck.
You know,
this is, bro. It pisses me off because like I've been in rooms. I've been in rooms where shit's like sketchy shit's happening, and I'm like, I will break your fucking knees.
I'll break your legs.
Like,
yep.
Air my dirty shit. I've grown from that. I will break your fucking knees. I never hear from them again. You ain't never gonna put me in a position where you can use shit against me, bro. I will fucking ruin your shit.
Oh no.
Yeah, that goes to Diddy too.
No.
I'm about to disappear next week.
The whole syndicate. Oh no. Yikes. Or the syndicate.
Now, let me get one. I'm getting stressed as fuck.
There you
bro.
go.
So now that, all right,
Crack it open.
wait, before
Come
we
on.
crack it open, let's talk about the recording process for Beer on the Boat.
Okay.
How long did it take you to get that to where it's at now?
2 hours.
Ready for. Now I know you lying
I'm not.
because I've been listening to that song for about a year, and it ain't out.
Not. Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, I got the whole idea done, top to bottom, production top to bottom, vocals and like full tracking done in about 2 hours.
So why did it take you so long to release it?
Because I didn't like anything. And then
Back to my question: what got you to the point where you're like, this is being released?
Here's what took me so long was there was the instrumental part, which you'll hear when it comes out. The instrumental, I kept playing guitar leads over it, and I didn't like anything I played. So I texted my buddy David Medlin, who plays guitar for Dylan Marlowe. Hey bro, like I got this song. I can't figure out, maybe I've been listening to it for too long, but like I can't figure out what to play for this part. Can you please, I sent him the song. I said, can you please lay me down something? Send it back to me so I can hear it. He's like, yeah, bro, I got you. Give me a couple hours. I'll throw you something down. I was like, okay, cool. So he sent it back, and it was literally, it lit the song on fire. It was exactly what needed to happen. I was like, yes, I love you, bro. Thank you so much. This is exactly what I needed. And that's what took me so long to actually be like, okay, this is ready to release now. Just happens that way sometimes.
And when was that?
Yeah, it was like last year.
I just want to be transparent with
But
the
that's
people.
how long we've been sitting on the song for. Like, it just...
I remember when he first sent me the song. I think the guitar part was laid because I remember the story,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Took a long time.
if you go through his social media,
Oh,
you will see
don't
my
do it.
comments, probably on every post. Drop it, release it.
Yep.
Let's go.
With some flames behind
Yeah.
it. And yep, always with the flames.
It goes to show, man. I believed in this dude when back in the day.
I'm
And,
telling you, you're going to end up being the manager of some sort. I'm
bro,
telling you.
I'll manage the fuck out of you.
Okay.
That sounded dirty.
It's aggressive. That's aggressive.
Because I believe in it, bro. Like
I know.
I will put my hands on it if I believe in it. Like this song is gonna be Summer's, and I'm not hyping you up.
I hope.
It's gonna be Summer's bop. What do you expect? What do you expect when it drops? When is it dropping? We're gonna talk about it now. When's
right.
the release?
May 27th, the day before my birthday.
What time? Happy birthday!
Thanks, bro.
I said it first.
Yeah. You're
Don't y'all
way
forget.
first. You're first.
So what time is it releasing at?
12 a.m. May 27th.
Oh, like
Yep.
first
Early in the
minute of
morning.
day.
Yep.
Okay, cool. And what do you expect? What do you expect when this releases? Like, what feedback do you expect to hear? What do you the comments, people, your friends, your family? Like, what do you expect? Do you have an
Dude.
expectation?
No, not really. Like, it's so hard to know now. Like, I put things out, and sometimes it gets like zero response. Sometimes people are like, "Oh, this is really cool." I just heard of you, or like I just found you on a reel on Instagram, or like whatever. I just followed you from this, or. But I'm to the point now. Like when I was younger, I wanted to be, famous. I wanted everybody to know me and blah, 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 blase, blase. Like, I think if that's what's driving you, you're kind of missing it. And you're missing out on all the fun that could be, like with the process of actually creating things, like just like with your podcast. Like, you love the process of it,
Dude, there's so much beauty and fun in the process. Like, I'm meeting new people every day.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm doing this to get to Joe Rogan, I'm missing everything.
Yeah. Like,
the whole premise of the podcast.
You got goals, obviously,
Yeah,
but you got to have fun along the way.
But like I was just in Northeast
Mm-hmm.
with a photographer last week, and we're chatting it up before, and he's like, "Oh, dude, like, you want to be on Faces of Erie? Like, we can do this." Like, boom, boom. I'm like, "Oh shit, bro!" Like, and another one.
Another one.
And then he's like, "Hey, dude, like, he just listened to the podcast now that it released. He's like, you made me sound so good." Like, bro, I didn't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
I released it. That's all I did. That's you.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And he's like, oh man, I gotta hook you up with headshots. And I'm like, nah, bro, like, but that's you. That's what you did. And it's, you know, I've met, you know, I got to meet Greg.
Yep.
I've got to meet Tom Dowd, who fucking runs Performance Inspired. I got to meet the Savage Gentleman. He's gonna be listening to this one, this motherfucker.
The Savage Gentleman.
Got to meet the Savage Gentleman himself.
Crazy.
Fun fact. I don't think I said on that episode. When I was a kid, there was 2 things I wanted to be: an actor and a wrestler.
And a Savage Gentleman.
And a Savage Gentleman.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hallelujah.
But it puts you in the rooms with so many people. Look at you. You weren't making music, enjoying the process. Would you have met Lakeview? Probably not.
No, not at all.
They wouldn't be on your radar.
That story is just so crazy.
And then you open up for him. Sold
Yeah.
out show. How was that? Like, do you get nervous still?
Yes. It's the worst. I like to say it's the worst, best feeling ever. Like, I put up a video of the pre-show moment, and like Jesse and I, like Jesse from Lakeview, were standing side stage, and I was like sound checking my guitar just to make sure everything worked. And he came up side stage. He was like, "Yo, bro." Side stage. And I looked at him, and he was like, "Don't fuck it up." I was like, "Thanks, dude. Appreciate you. Really.
Didn't
good
plan
time
on it.
Good time. Thanks. No pressure." But yeah, and then I came off, but like, here's the thing though. Like, he made a joke, and then I came off like to do the whole like intro thing, and then immediately gassed me up like side stage, like, "Bro, you fucking got this, dude. Like, kill it, seriously." And I'm like, dude, like, see, no one else that I've met in this industry would do that. You know what I mean?
I told
like,
Brennan, man. Brennan's like, he's walking, he's pacing.
Yep.
I'm like, bro, you're one of the best bass players
Yep.
in the area.
Yep.
You know it like the back
In
of your
the
hand.
freaking world, bro.
Like, you know it like the back of your hand.
Yep.
You've been on stages with more people.
Mm-hmm.
What are you worried about?
Yep.
It's like riding a bike to you.
But here's the thing, dude. Like, it's so. I swear to God, every venue you get to, when there's like a ton of people in the room and they're just like waiting for something to happen, the anticipation and the adrenaline like just murders your body. Like,
It's like competition.
because everyone else is like, good. That's like fun adrenaline. Like, they don't have nothing to worry about. But like you, the constant, like for me, the constant pressure is like, listen, like people paid good money for these tickets. Like, they came out, they want to have the best night of their life. A show, when I go to a show, it's never about me. Like, I'm always trying so hard to give people the best night of their life because I know they paid money to come and do it. So I'm like, I got to give it all. Like, I can't, there's no possible way I could leave anything out here. Like,
It's like
or leave
jujitsu.
anything backstage.
It's
Like, I want to leave it all out here.
It's like jujitsu, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you train in your gym.
Mm-hmm.
You whoop everyone's ass. You're the best.
I don't know anything about that, but yeah.
So I'll equate it for you. You're in the gym. You're whooping everyone's ass.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's in the gym's looking at you like, oh, dude, you roll with him. It's the worst day of your life. Da da
Mm-hmm.
da. And then you go to compete, and you know this dude's record, which doesn't mean anything. But you're like, dude, there's a crowd now.
Yep.
I don't know this dude.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it's like, just do what you do.
Yep.
You're good at what you do. Just do it.
But I never think about that. It's my worst nightmare to like leave a show and be like, somebody didn't get their money's worth, you know, or like somebody didn't have a good time. But I guess that's not up to me, really. Like, all you can do is what you can do, you know. Like, you gotta do the best you can do, and then hope everybody had a great time.
Well, I had a great time. I mean, I got him to sing another song.
I know you were there. You were there.
got
I
to
did
sing-
get the one more song chant, which has never happened before.
You know why? Because I made
You
it happen.
started it.
Bro, I go up to everyone in our group and I'm like,
Stupid encore.
When Jack ends, we're screaming one more song.
No,
And I'm like, he's going to fucking hate it.
I am.
But
yep.
we're doing it.
You made me play a song that wasn't even on the set, and I wasn't prepared for it at all.
Yeah.
Because you can't just leave when that's happening.
So I'm sitting there, set ends,
I'm so mad at
and
you.
I start yelling, one more song. Everyone
Because I had
starts.
my in-ears on, I couldn't hear a thing.
So
and
I'm
then
like-
I started unplugging and like getting off, and I'm just like, what is that?
He looks to the back to the production team. He's like, do I have time? I know he was like,
I didn't want to. You don't want to be that guy. Like, you never want to be that guy that's like, oh, I'm just taking all the time I want to.
Then he played one more song.
I did play one more song because I got the thumbs up. So they said I could play one more, so I played one more.
You're welcome.
You mother.
That got you to Nashville. No, but when you get big, don't forget about us little folk.
Listen, bro, I don't plan on getting big anytime soon, and I don't plan on leaving anybody behind. If I eat, everybody eats.
No one plans to get big, especially in the music industry.
I guess not.
And then they're like playing sellout shows at PPG, and they're like, damn, I'm really here right now. I think that's when it hits.
It's like Hardy said, I wasn't trying to make it, then I went and made it.
It's like Greg. You're in the mix. You're the supplement company. You're partnering with big people, and then I ask him like, "Hey, how's it going?" He's like, "Oh man, we're almost there.
We're almost there."
I don't think you understand where you're at right now.
No, like I know it sounds glamorous, but like we really are almost there. Like you can have deals with whoever, but it really doesn't mean anything.
So I was in the supplement industry.
I know.
And to get into GNC, bro, they basically made you sell your soul.
It's a mess. Yep.
Couldn't get in there.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, you guys are in there. You guys are in the local gyms.
It's by the grace of God, I'm telling you.
So like, you ever step back in this music thing and look at it and go, shit, like I'm selling out a show with Lakeview.
I did, yeah. After that night, when I could actually like breathe for a little bit, yeah, it was like, wow, that was a really cool night. I want to do this forever.
You got time.
I really don't have that much time, dude.
Bro.
Married, baby,
How old are you? 30?
I'll be 30 at the end of this month.
Bro, you got time. You got. There's 60-year-olds still performing, bro. You got it.
I mean, I don't know if I want to be that old still.
And a beer in a boat.
I don't know if I want to be Mick Jagger, but
That
he's
pays
still
the bills.
killing it.
How does your other creative jobs, your video, your content making, how does that play a role into like producing a song?
It's all creative. It all like goes into the same like pot. Like the same way I create a song, I almost tackle editing a video the same way, if that makes any sense.
It don't. Explain.
Okay. No, I mean it's just like
Put him on the spot.
kind of like the way like Kanye put it the one time. Like I see colors, or like I hear colors and like see sounds sometimes, you know what I mean? Like everything's so abstract.
When I overdose on pre-workout, I'm the same way.
I guess, yeah, I'm the same way too.
You go in the gym, you're like, I'm about to blast this shit.
2 scoops of quantum, baby. Shameless plug. Get our pre-workout. I'm just saying. Anyway,
get their test booster, man. It'll
I'm
get
telling
you
what,
right.
I'm through 2 bottles already, and I feel like a new man.
Makes you hard, muscle wise.
More ways than one.
Muscle wise. Muscle wise. This is on YouTube, bro. Everyone can listen.
All right, sorry. Do you have to hit the explicit button when you upload?
Yeah, now I will.
Well, you already said the F word like 10 times, so it don't matter.
Fuck it.
Okay. Yeah.
Fuck it.
Explicit button.
We'll do it
explicit
live.
Button.
Fuck it.
Explicit button.
What's one of Stop beeping me on my own show, bro. The mixer's over there. Hold on. I've always wanted to try this. Let me see if it works.
Okay. What are we doing? Am I running across the pool?
No, let's see.
Okay.
No, it didn't work.
What was that supposed to do?
A sound effect. I gotta preload them.
Dang.
But,
like the crowd applause
yeah,
or that.
or-
That would have been great. Dang.
What's one of the biggest challenges you faced with this Beer on the Boat song, and how'd you overcome it?
Definitely the guitar part, trying to get past that. But I think like the overall sound of this song is like, it's pretty poppy, but I'm leaning into this like, I don't know, like I just really want to have fun era of my life right now, I think, and I want like everyone around me to just be having fun and feeling good. So I'm really leaning into this. I'm making like feel good summer music right now, and I don't know, I just want people to feel good, man. The world's just so shitty, so I'm just trying to like,
you have to enjoy it, man. Like if you and I always tell people this, and they think I'm being Jocko. It's like you have to enjoy the process.
yeah,
You can't be outcome driven. You have to enjoy the process, because
there's truth to that though.
if you look at it, how much of our lives do we have to enjoy? After 60, you're pretty much winding down. You're chilling.
You can still enjoy it.
You can.
But yeah,
you
you're
can,
slowing
but
down a little bit.
You're slowing down. In the beginning, you're a child. A lot of us have gone through some adversity in our youth. You're one of those guys. We're trying to survive. We're trying to struggle. We become adults. Now life is in our hands. So like you're about 25 to 30. So you have from 30 to 60. That's 30 years.
30 years, it's not a lot.
It's not a lot.
Now
I'm
that
30
you're 30,
now.
yeah, but when you were 15, you were like, "Oh, I'm good." You know what I mean?
I never said that.
I did.
At
I
15,
thought I had
I'm
all.
like, am I going to make it to 16?
We had a different story though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like obviously you
And I
had
make
a
it to
little bit
16,
rougher, but then
And I'm like, am I going to make it to 17?
mm-hmm.
Then 18 was dude, my world was spun upside down. And I'm like, I'm not going to make it out at 18. I
Yeah.
just got accepted to college.
Yeah.
As a joke. I applied as a joke. I got accepted. Like, am I going to make it to college?
Yep.
Then I had a kid, and I'm like, I can't fuck around anymore.
Yep.
Then I had to grind through that. Then I graduated. I'm like, well, now I got to grind through this.
Yeah. It's different things, dude. Like
Now
you
you're
know,
30.
I was like 27, 28. Well, maybe like 26, 27. And then just like found out my family's like falling apart. If I could just get like personal for a second. Like just found out like my family's falling apart, and not my family, like my, overall family. Like my close family. It's just like, what the heck is going on? You find out about this, and then you find out about that, and it's just like, what is happening? It's like a lot to, as a man, like it's like a lot to go through. You know what I mean? Like you have all this stuff going on, and then you're grown, you have your own family now, and then you start finding out about all this sort of stuff. Because like I stay out of everybody's business for the most part. Unless I hear about something or somebody comes to me and wants my advice, I don't give unsolicited advice. So like if you come to me and you want me to tell you something, fine. You ask me, I'm going to tell you. But you find out about these things and you get older, and then stuff starts to happen that kind of messes with your mental a little bit. And it's like, damn, like what is going on? You know what I mean?
Especially like the type of people we tend to be. We need to control what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
And like same thing with my family. Like my not extended family, my family.
Yeah.
It's like they're coming to me like, hey, this is going on. Like, you need to talk to so and so. Like, yo, I'm. That's not my role.
Yeah.
You're putting me in that role.
Yeah.
Or now your siblings coming up to you like, oh, you need to talk to so and so. Like, that's not my role.
Yeah.
Or, like a divorce is happening in my family.
Yeah.
Now I need to talk to both of them. I'm the fucking child.
Yep.
Why do I have to be the one to sit you both down?
Mm-hmm.
Or something's going on with siblings. Why do I got to be the one to make a family meeting?
Yeah. Family conference.
Yeah, it's like, that's what I call them.
Yep.
I'm going to fucking sit down. We're going to talk about it because nobody wants to talk about it.
Yeah. It's hard, man. I mean, like, we as men, we got to be the protectors, and like we're the glue. Like we hold it all together. And then when you can't hold it all together, it's like, damn, what do I do now?
Who?
Right. Like no one else is coming, like, damn, I can't actually hold this together. I can't, there's no words I can say.
There's nothing I can do. It's
Yeah.
like you have to let things implode.
There's no way for me to make this better. Yep.
Realest shit I ever heard.
It's a lot. It's a lot. Keep going, men. Keep going. We love you, dudes.
What advice do you have for people who look at you and want to be in the music industry? They want to dive in, but they got shit going on, or they don't have the time, or like, what advice do you have for someone who's looking to break into that industry, that field?
Well, one, I don't know of anyone that looks at me and it's like,
You'd be surprised.
I want to be that guy. I don't really subscribe to that, but I think I've found you got to be it's kind of like what Conor McGregor was saying a while back, like you got to be a little bit gone to the stuff that you love, like when he was fighting and whatnot. And I kind of took what he said and applied it to myself. He's like, I love fighting and I love like getting in the ring and just like doing what I do. And honestly, you got to be a little bit crazy. Like you got to be a little bit gone to the things that you love doing. And I took that and kind of applied it to like creating music, but also not losing myself to having fun, because like I want to have fun while creating stuff. And like, shout out to my producer, Ari. Now he's like a freaking legend. His band Ire. Check them out. They're amazing. Me and Dude just have fun, man. Like, we're just in there. We're not trying to do anything serious. We have ideas and we just go in there and create. But like, if I could give advice, I mean, if you want to do it, if it's something you want to do, then get on Instagram and use that freaking platform. There's a lot of people I talk to that are like, oh, I don't have time to post, or oh, it's so hard, or I can't do it, or it's just so hard to keep up with Instagram. I'm like, yeah, it is. It's a full-time job, posting. You know what I mean? But like, if you want to go, if you want to go somewhere, like, use it. Dudes didn't have it back in the day. Like, you can be in front of everybody now. You know what I mean?
TikTok has made that so easy. Bro.
Everybody. Like, even Instagram made it easy before TikTok. Like, it just is what it is now. So like, if you want to be in front of people, use your phone. You have a 24-hour camera in your pocket. Use it.
The necessary evil.
Yeah, media. Like because if you're not consistent with it, you know what I mean? Everything's all algorithmically based now. So if you're not consistent with it, you're gonna fall to the bottom of that algorithm. If Instagram knows you're not posting consistently, they don't care about you.
It's the same with life.
Yep.
Do it. Just do it. You know how long it took me?
Do it.
You know how long it took me to fucking start this podcast? I've been trying to do it for 3 years.
You've been talking about it.
And one day I sat down, I was like, I'm just going to do it.
Yep.
And I did it 15 times. 15 times was my intro episode.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, it was 15 minutes long. And
I remember it. You in that dark room just talking to yourself.
Yeah, it's
like,
the worst.
This is cool.
I hated it.
I was like, I feel it.
I was like, I don't know how
dark.
I'm going to make an episode last 15 minutes.
I'm glad I could bring the sun to your Relentless project.
Look at this guy.
Glad I could bring this poolside vibe to you, bro.
No dark rooms for this guy.
Yeah.
No more locked doors.
Sunshine only. We got the umbrella back there in the background. Look at that. Look at that. Look at the skyline. It looks fake.
I should have brought a change of clothes because I'm about to front flip in that fucking pool.
Listen, you can do whatever you want.
Greg's going to look over the band.
He's a wild man.
What are y'all doing?
Shout out Greg Rudolph. He's a wild man.
What impact do you want your music to have for people?
I just want people to love life, dude. That's literally it. Like,
simple.
I done been through so much, and you can relate to this. I done been through so much shit that I'm just like, I don't know why I'd waste my time making music that's like, and this is just, I'm just speaking for me personally. There's a lot of people that that have to make art that's sad to actually, get through some stuff.
It's expression.
Yeah. But like for me, I done been through so much shit that I'm just like, dude, I have to make some stuff that just like makes people feel good. Whether it's, blue collar workers, single moms, freaking people on the front line, people that go to work every day that just hate their freaking lives. Like, I'm just like, dude, grab a beer, hop on a boat, and just have some fun with your friends. Like,
hop on a friend's boat. Rent a boat.
Yeah, like just
rent a boat, rent some beer.
Have some fun with your people. Like, everyone's on this rat race we call life right now, and they're just, everyone's climbing the ladder, whether it's corporate America or blue collar America. Like, it's just like, man, like everyone's missing out every day. They go to work, 8 to whatever hours, some of us do
8 to 4, 9 to 5. That's what the
9 to 5. Some people do freaking 16-hour days. Like, it's just like, man, don't miss the small stuff. Like, if you get a chance, and me, I'm spontaneous. I'll drop anything at the, I'm out.
That's
I'm out.
Yeah. It's
somebody text me, bro, you want to grab a beer? Absolutely. I absolutely do.
Because it ain't about the beer.
Yep.
It's about that moment, that
it's
experience.
It's all about the experience. That's what I say. Mm-hmm.
What's next?
And my wife, but hang on though, because my wife gets mad at me sometimes because she's always like, you gotta come home and hang out with your family. I'm like, I'm with the family too.
Yeah, you gotta do both.
I mean? Yeah,
balance, bro.
You have to. You have to
balance.
Love you, babe. I love you very much. But yeah, it's you got to balance that. We want to be the guys, but you got to be home too. You got to be a good man. You got to raise your kids, and you got to love your wife too. But yeah, dude, end of the day, I just want, this song or whatever song I put out
peace,
from now on.
love, and happiness.
I guess, I'm not really with that whole hippie movement, but, I just want people to, I want people to love life. That's all. Feel better.
What's next for your career? What do you see yourself doing next?
I don't
couple
even know
years?
that it's a career. You keep saying career,
It's a
but I'm like,
career,
I don't
bro.
even know what I don't know what that means.
This is the
man.
moment. This is what I tell. And my life changed. I was at a coffee shop with a coworker, and
Dangerous.
we're enjoying coffee at work. And there's this sign behind him, and I'm staring at it as he's talking to me. And he's like, "What the fuck are you looking at?" And I'm like, "Dude, look at that sign." And it was, I forget what it said, but the essence was, you're basically like, you're in that moment that you've wished for, and you're living the life that in the future you're gonna be like, man, that's what got me here. You know, you're gonna be, and I wish I could remember the quote, man, but you're gonna be in front of a stage. You're gonna close out. You're gonna be driving to your hotel room with those closest to you, and you're gonna be like, damn, dude, remember when we were like in the basement making music? Like, that's what you're gonna think about. You're in that moment right now, and people are in that moment in their careers. You want to be?
They don't see it.
They don't see it.
I don't see it.
You want to be a partner in your firm.
Yeah.
You're fucking getting there early. You're staying late. You're making coffee for the boss.
You're working the big cases.
You're working the big cases, the case that puts you on, you know. Now you get asked to be a partner. Now you're living in a penthouse suite. You're making $2,000 an hour, and you're sitting in your living room watching TV, and you're like, look around, you're like, holy shit, how'd I get here? And then you're gonna think about, man, I was in that mix. Like, that's not the beautiful moments, but those are the moments that get you here. You know?
And you'll think back one day and you'll be like, wow, I missed it.
With sports.
Oh, no. That's crazy.
Dude, people don't see it with sports. You're putting in 2-a-days. You're fucking at the gym. Now you're
3-a-days.
3-a-days. Now you're in the courts. You're shooting extra hoops, and it sucks. It's long. Everyone's drinking. Everyone's partying. Now you're an NBA athlete or NFL athlete, and you're like,
Yeah.
damn, dude.
Yeah.
That's the moment that got me here. I was like, that's the mix, and you're gonna wish you can go back to that. You know?
Crazy. Greg's back.
Greg's back. Front flip in the pool.
Come in the shot, bro. Wait, come on. No, he's busy. He's about to toss the little man in the pool. Yes, this is the best shot ever.
Look at this stout.
Yes.
Stout. You gonna do a flip in the
The
pool?
trigger finger shirt.
You gonna do a flip in the pool? We've been talking about it all
Let's
show.
get it. Yeah.
Someone's got to do it.
This is the best. Okay, let's just keep talking serious, and then he's gonna do what he's gonna do back there. Okay, this is great.
But you're in that mix, you know. And people forget the process that it takes to get there, and everyone wants to get there.
Yep.
And they're in this process, and they're hating it. They're miserable. But it's like, if you enjoy this process, you're gonna get there, and you're gonna look back, and you're like, damn,
Yeah.
like that's what got me here. You
Yep.
know. And you're in that mix. Oh, I'm not someone people look up to, or I'm not doing this. I'm not. You're in the mix.
I missed that.
We're gonna call it in the
sometimes.
mix. We're gonna call it in the mix. You guys are in the mix. You're working
Yeah.
your corporate jobs. You want to become VP or president, or you want to own a project manager. You're in the mix to do that.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, you know what's crazy about that is I was at this. I go to this bar every Wednesday with some buddies. It's like a pool hall, just dive bar, and we play pool. And this girl came up to me and she was like, "Hey, I had to come up and say this. I don't know why, but like I remember you from church like a few years ago." And I felt kind of bad because I was like, "Oh no, like I'm sitting here playing pool, drinking a beer, and just being who I am." You know what I mean? And I thought she was gonna have like a certain perception of me because of that or whatever else, and I immediately got like kind of like my body had
Shelled
like a
up.
visceral reaction to it. Yeah, but she was just like, honestly, like I remember you being up there, and like I wanted to be, she was like younger, like way younger. I had like 10 years on her. But she was like, I remember, like, I'm a singer, so, like, I wanted to be just like you. Like, I wanted to do everything you were doing, and I was just like, what the heck? Like, what is this? I felt like I was in some kind of weird space-time paradox. I was like, why would anybody want to be like me? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It was weird. It was just one of those weird moments. I was like, what? I'm not, like, anything crazy.
And then everyone's looking at you like, man, I want to be like that. Like,
I don't know. It was weird.
you look at Lakeview.
Weird for me.
You're looking at them.
We're back.
We're back at them.
We're
You know,
back.
you're looking at them. You're like, dude, they're doing it. They're traveling. The music's good. Like,
it's different because they're from here. You know what I mean?
I'm sure they'll sit down and be like, Why the fuck would anybody want to be like us?
Probably.
Because that's the type of dudes they are.
Probably.
But here we are. They have a sellout show of everyone fucking screaming their name. It's like, why would they want to be like you? Because you're doing good things.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see it, but you're doing good things.
And you're being good too.
You're in the mix.
Yeah, in the mix. Is that the tagline for
That's
the show?
In the mix, bro.
In the mix. You are
Be
now in the mix.
Bro,
DJ Ish.
DJ Ish in the mix. I got to program those buttons, right? Damn it. Missed opportunity.
You need the audience in there.
We got,
The laugh
clap.
track 5,000.
Thank you. All right, some quick rapid fire questions before. Actually,
Oh, shoot. Desert Island questions.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's your favorite hobby outside of music?
Shoot.
It's supposed to be rapid.
I know. Probably a couple Miller Lights, playing pool with the boys.
Cool. What's your dream collab?
Oh, probably definitely something with Lakeview. And then down the road, maybe like a Morgan Wallen.
Ooh.
Down the road.
Top 2 favorite places to go in Pittsburgh.
Oh, shoot. I gotta go D's Cafe where we play pool. And then I hate this rapid fire stuff. Probably
Next one's easy.
it is.
Yeah.
Probably damn. This is a hard one.
There are 2 places, bro. You named one.
All right, I'm going D's and then
Nuts.
Jason Aldean's.
Oh,
Yeah.
new spot. What's your favorite color?
I'm a big fan of the winter blacks and the summer blacks.
I can relate. I can
Yeah.
relate.
You know,
Favorite show. What's your favorite show?
like live show or like TV show.
TV show.
Suits.
We got it.
Suits.
We got it. And we
Come
got the
on,
pool
man.
jump.
Harvey's an animal, man. Harvey is like my spirit animal. That was kind of lame. I hate when people say spirit animal, but
It's a thing. Like,
I want to meet Harvey one day, dude.
okay, one more. What's your favorite genre of music outside
come
of country?
on. Come on. Probably gospel.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
Curveball.
Yeah.
Twist.
If you can give someone a final thought, like if you had one piece of advice, one quote, one like something to jumpstart someone, what would it be?
Be good. That's it.
In the mix.
You are in the mix. I'm just saying. Just
Be good.
Be good.
Be good and good to be done. It always come around.
That's it.
Not immediately. I
Just
feel
be
like
good.
if you have good intentions and you're good, it'll come around.
Don't be an asshole. That's it.
Don't be an asshole. So
But mainly, be good. Stay
Yeah.
classy.
as much as you can be.
You stay classy, San Diego.
So Beer on a Boat releases
May 27th, baby.
May 27th at midnight.
At midnight.
Can you pre-save?
You can pre-order on May 22nd.
Well, we're going to be past that, but because the show airs and then it releases
Yep.
in 12 hours. 'Cause
Yep.
we release at noon. So
Yep.
in 12 hours, Beer on a Boat releases by Jack Wilder. Make sure you check it out. Check out all his other music. Do you have a YouTube channel?
The YouTube
big
isn't
thing.
what it should be these days,
Lame.
but definitely follow the Jack Wilder Country on Instagram.
What's up with that? Added country to it. Just the Jack
I'm trying
Wilder.
I'm trying to make it more of a music page these days, you know.
The Jack Wilder, bro.
It was Jack Wilder Creative because I was trying to mix in video content with the music and stuff, but it just didn't make sense. So when people see the page, I have to send off like press kits to people, and then they go to Instagram and be like, "What am I looking at right now?" So I wanted it to be one cohesive thought, you know.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. I had a real estate page. I had my personal page. Then
too
I had
much.
The podcast, but now just put it all together.
You gotta
Like,
you gotta focus on one. Be
all-
the best at one thing.
yeah, be you. Because at the end of the day, people are gonna follow you and what you do. So I appreciate that. This is the Relentless Project with the Jack Wilder. Jack Wilder. Check out Beer on a Boat.
Let's go,
I've
baby.
been listening to it for a year and I'm excited.
Yeah.
So I can only imagine people who listen to it for the first time. Let us know what you think.
There might
And-
even be like a surprise clip at the end of this video of the track if you stay to the credit reel.
Well, now you got to.
I'm just saying.
On that note, shit.
There might be. I'm just saying it's his podcast. He can do whatever he want to do, but
Well, he has the song he has to give me. Do I get the song?
You
portion?
have the demo. You
He didn't
already
send
have
it to
it.
me. He didn't
Yes, I
send it.
did. Yes, I did. I have to tell this dude don't share every time I send him something.
As if I'm like, yeah, because I'm gonna share your music. I'm gonna be
I
the
don't
leak.
trust you.
Damn, trust is huge. And
It's
he
out
don't
there for
trust
the
me.
people. Respect is earned, you know.
Respect is
We're
lost.
bringing it all the way back.
Respect is lost. Have I ever released any of your stuff?
Yo,
Nope. The answer is no.
you almost accidentally put it on the story one time
How do I almost put it on a story?
because you sent me a screenshot of you. It was like uploaded to your story.
Yeah, I was fucking with
You
you.
were like, I know. And I was like, don't you freaking dare
Not
do
an
that.
accident, on purpose.
You son of a bee, you. Mm-hmm.
She's a nice lady. You'll love her.
Yeehaw.
But this is the Relentless Project with Jack Wilder. I appreciate you guys for listening. Make sure you follow on YouTube, Relentless PRJCT, Instagram, X, all that stuff. I got it all. And we're out. Appreciate you, bro.
Let's go, baby. Rock and roll.
Sun